The lineup in front of her will be April McDonald, Claudia D'Angelo, Lauren DiPietro, Angela Cutaya, Emma Davies, Gabriela Cipriano, Paige App, Claudia Cucani, Gabrielle Pops, and Cara Cutaya. The coach is Francisco Font. They're going to be in the all blacks, going from your left to your right on your screens at home as the action is underway, and then the all white is Durham United, going from your right to your left. Durham United last season took home the last playoff spot to make it to those League One Ontario playoffs and ended up winning the League One Ontario Championship. So it looks like they're on a similar parallel here this season. So they may be able to try to do so here once again as Angela Cutaya down the right wing. She tries to play a through ball up the line for Davies. Can't seem to find her, and we'll have a first goal kick for Durham United's new keeper, Al-Khatib. Usually Durham United has two goalies in Indicochea and Petrucci in goal. Neither of them are in the lineup today. Just four players on the bench for Durham United, and it's in a crucial game. They're in a three-way tie with Woodbridge and FC Oshawa with 16 points, trying to hold on to the 8th place position. So it might come down to head-to-head goal differential, many different factors. So you got to try and get 3 points wherever you can in the remaining 2 games and the League One Ontario season. And there's a good ball playing it on the right side. So they're going to try and chase after that as Montage. Can't get to that one. It's just out of her reach and out for a throw-in. Key players to look out for on both teams. You got to keep an eye on Kaylee Copeland on Durham United with no Babbitt in the lineup and no Simmons. Babbitt's going to have to be checked out. So Copeland's going to be looked at to try and see if she can get the goal scoring happening as the lone striker up top for Durham United. As usual, look at Hamilton United. You got to look at their goal scoring for threats. And Angela Cutaya, number 71, with the captain's armband. Working with her is her sister, Cara Cutaya. They're a deadly force on top for Hamilton United. And they got to be able to hold a strong back line between the two of them to be able to prevent any goals going against them, as there's a deep ball up, and there's Copeland right away trying to see if she can force her way out through, and Hamilton just having no other choice than just clearing that ball out of play with McDonald as they'll go out for a throw-in. Trying to play a low 1-2 off the throw. Can't get the return pass to Castellano, but they are going to win the throw-in as Iotzi is going to run up to take this throw-in instead. She's got a couple options on the edge of the penalty area. She is going to play one in as they're going to play a little 1-2 back to Iotzi. Iotzi doesn't see anything going forward. It's going to pass this one all the way back to D'Souza because they're right back to Iotzi, who's going to cross this one in, but there's no white jerseys in sight. As that's an easy grab for Spagnolo to be able to grab that cross, as she's just going to let her teammates get back into position as she puts the ball back onto the turf. Hamilton United is one of those teams you'll see in their defensive end, not afraid to pass the ball around. Some good composure in the back line as there's a foul right around midfield. As they tend to use their goalkeeper quite a bit, switch the play quite often, and look to see if they can slowly bring the ball up the field. So Hamilton's a very strong possession-based team. So if they're able to get the pressure going on Durham United, that might be how they find their goals. D'Angelo's going to play this one short as she gets that back, and there you see it right there. Doesn't see anything going forward, brings it all the way back to Spagnolo. She's going to reset with her teammates in Cuicani. Passes this one up the line. Cara Cutaya in for Pops. She sends this one back to Cipriano now. She puts that one back to the outside, trying to get the return pass to Cutaya. Can't find her, and now Mitchell's going to try and go the other way for Durham as she finds her teammate down the line. They try to send the through ball up, but just too far, though, to get onto Copeland, as this one's just going to be kept in play by Hamilton. Hamilton had a very weak start to the season. Starting to pick it up, though, in the latter half here with a huge win over League One Ontario leading Oakville Blue Devils before another victory before North Miss. A crucial 3-2 loss, though, against Ottawa. Put them at the same 10 points they are right now, and those 30 points, they might be looking back into that game and saying that if there's one game to look back at, it's going to be that one. Hamilton gets this up the field. They're going to send a through ball in, trying to get onto Davies, but she's offside. Great idea from Davies. Sat on the wing. Once you saw our player get around midfield, cut towards the middle, split between the two defenders, between Iotzi and D'Souza. Found a gap, but just was a little bit too far ahead, and she gets that one called back as Motaj tries to send this one up the field. She's going to battle in the midfield as she gets a little knock from her back, as referee Mabu Gustani will call this down for a free kick. His assistant referees today will be Tyler Tonette and Marko Grubisic, and the fourth official is Scott Bowman for today's League One Ontario match. As this one's going to get played into the left corner, too far for Iotzi, and that's just going to roll out of bounds for a goal kick. 6 minutes have been played so far here in this League One Ontario Women's broadcast. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuned in for the game today onto the live stream. Make sure to visit www.league1ontario.com to find out what matches will be live streamed each week. You get one women's game and one men's game, as will be this Sunday will be the men's broadcast at the Sheridan campus in Oakville, as they get ready to take on FC London and that men's broadcast. But the play will continue with Hamilton once again. You're going to see this quite often, but a little slip there coming in from D'Angelo, and let's see if Durham will be able to make them pay out. But that through ball coming in on the right wing, can't find anyone, but Durham will continue with possession on the right side as Parr tries to hit that one up the field. Somehow finds its way down for Motaj. Motaj trying to see if she can find a teammate. Is able to find one as it goes back for Iotzi, who tries from distance, but that one will loop over the goal and out for a kick. D'Angelo there trying to do a little spin move, but it's always risky when you're playing with the ball a little bit too much, knowing you're the last player back. She turned it over, able to get to her feet though, and was able to stop Castellano and Copeland from preventing them from going on another attack. Ball goes into midfield. Pops tries to head it on, but it gets brought down by Mitchell for Durham. She gets that pass, puts it down the line as they're going to try and see if they can find the speedy Copeland, as she's going to go on the chase on this one. And it looks like Durham knows. They like to play in the back as Copeland. Her job is just going to be put a little bit of pressure onto the goalkeeper Spagnuolo and don't let her handle the ball too much in her own end. As there you see right there, Spagnuolo being forced to just boot this one off the field and then go straight to a Durham player in Iotzi. But she doesn't get a good touch as Durham has an opportunity to go the other way. As there's a good battle in midfield, and Torchia does well to fill in for her left back. Iotzi was caught up the field as Torchia is able to win this one right back for Durham. There's a flick on, and Iotzi's going to give chase. Spagnuolo is going to have this one right out the penalty area, and she was thinking about shielding that one, let it roll out. But the pressure coming in from Iotzi forced her to clear this one out and play for a throw-in. Durham United lost last week to Alliance, who's currently sitting in fourth place in the League One Ontario standings. But a big 1-1 draw against FC London 2 weeks ago put them in a good position where they are right now, tied with the Woodbridge Strikers and FC Oshawa. They have a crucial game next week, this next Friday, July 26th, against FC Oshawa. Likely, I would imagine the winner of that game will determine who gets that spot into the quarterfinals, which are a two-legged affair here this year. So it'll be a home-and-home series starting in August, as both teams will battle it out, try and see who can get to the League One Ontario Finals on the August 31st. Deep throw in here from Kataya Faison, but she's able to throw this one down to the feet of Davies. Davies looking for some support, is able to find some in the midfield. It's going to find its way all the way back for Di Pietro. Pietro's pass trying to get that one back in for Davies, but Davies gets knocked off the ball. Mitchell's going to try to see if she can get it out of her own end, but there's Brown. She's going to have to go through it. Tamara Brown, former player from Cape Breton University, won a couple of national titles with them. Very strong player, one of the top players in League One Ontario in the lineup. Keep an eye out for her pace down that right flank for Durham, as they are able to force a turnover with Mitchell. She hits this one first time up the field for Copeland, who's not able to settle it. That's Paige App. Passes it back towards her defense. It's going to be controlled here by McDonald. McDonald gets this one high in the air. It's going to be headed on by Pops, trying to get to the run of Karkataya. But they're going to use their goalkeeper, Al-Khatib, And she'll boot this one up to the field as Hamilton, once again, this is what you'll like to see a lot of from this team. They're a very strong first half team, control a lot of the possession. Their problem though is trying to go that full 90 minutes as they try to see if they can continue going forward with this one and continue to go onto their attacking front. But here comes Durham with it in the other end. There's Mitchell. Just going to try and see if he can force her way in through a couple Hamilton defenders. Not able to, as they're able to slow this play back down. Pass goes on the near side, trying to hit it up to the middle, coming in from DiPietro. This ball's going to bounce around. A little bit of danger here. D'Souza doing a good job shielding. And a little bit too aggressive on the back there from Davies. Knocks down D'Souza, and it'll be a free kick just on the edge of the penalty area as Brianna D'Souza's hobbling a little bit there. Looks like she might be able to continue here, but maybe just got the wind knocked out of her as she got knocked down from behind, trying to shield that for her keeper. Today's League One Ontario action is fueled by Gatorade, the official sports fuel of League One Ontario. Try the new Gatorade for us today. Gatorade Frost, your fuel to play cool. As play will resume here with Tamara Brown. She's going to hit this one up for Mutaj. As they're going to send that through ball in for Copeland. Copeland finds a way through. She gets past the keeper. This one's going to roll just wide, though. This great opportunity starting from the back line. Brown up for Mutaj. Mutaj with a great through ball. Found it just over the looping Hamilton defense, and Copeland was all alone, but the charging Spagnola came out of her goal, shut down the angle enough as Copeland wasn't able to find the back of the net. A great opportunity for Durham as Hamilton now has a 3-on-3 break the other way. It's Kutaya. She's going to try and see if she can find Angela. Kutaya can't find her though, as Brown is there to shut down the counterattack. This game is starting to open up a little bit in this hot weather, but it's going to be a foul going against Paige Epp, as there'll be a free kick for Durham, as Durham's going to try and see if they can just settle the play back down again, get it to their tempo. Pass trying to find it down the line. Can't seem to find any of their teammates there. That's par. As they're trying to switch it over now for Castellano. That gets blocked from McDonald. As here comes Hamilton going to try and see if they can go the other way down this near side of the field. Here comes Davies. Davies, a lot of speed on her. She's going to cut towards the middle. Now she's going to push it outside. She's going to try and cross it in, hits it off, but she gets the ball right back. Davies still trying to dance the ball. Finally sends it back to her teammate as DiPietro crosses that one in. As that one's just going to go too far for Karis Kutaya, but she's going to try and hustle to keep that in play. Did she know, says the assistant referee, as it just went over the touchline and will go out for a Durham throw-in. But if you're Hamilton right here, you're going to bring everyone into this corner. You want to try and contain them. This is a very tough area for the defending team to try to get out of off the throw-in, as they do a great job right there, winning a throw-in right back for their squad. Swing through. Davies almost gone on the end of that one. Took a nice little flip there as coming out of her goal was Al-Khatib, able to shut down that great opportunity from Davies, as Ayotzi did a good job just shielding her away as well. As the play will continue down the near side, it's Castellano. Castellano sending a through ball in, and Copeland almost got sent in once again, but that through ball is just a little bit too hard. But that's the goal for Durham United. Copeland utilized her speed and trying to find that gap in between that defense, and they've been successful so far in this opening 15 minutes. They're going to try and see if they can continue that here, as there's a collision between Davies and Ayotzi, and that's an easy free kick for the referee, Golestani, as Ayotzi was just a touch late and collided with the leg of Davies. D'Angelo putting her hand up here, asking for some space, as well as trying to find some teammates here. She's going to nod towards Davies to get into the penalty area as well, as Davies is providing a short option, as this one's going to get in through. Brown will head this one out. Second one there gets flipped on, but too aggressive onto the back there by Pops will get called by the referee, as Durham once again is able to just slow it down and get the pace back down to their style. Already a number of fouls for this Hamilton United squad early, and it seems like every time they get some momentum, they get a foul, and Durham just uses that time to slow it right back down, as Hamilton has to then build to try to get that momentum going again. But here's Angela Kutai. She has one option in the middle. So I'm trying to see if she can take Brown on. Not an easy task, as Brown was able to provide the block and force the throw in. Going for a deep throw here is Kutai. Davies tries to see if she can do a back heel there. Not able to, as it gets cleared away and up to the field by Torchia. Mikani under some pressure here. Durham is able to win it back and keep this one in play. It's Ray. Ray's going to try and send it up for Copeland. Nicely headed away though by McDonald, as Hamilton will withstand that attack coming in from the two players up top for Durham. Hamilton now the other way. Cipriano trying to send that one in through, too aggressive though to get into any of her players, as Alcantee will be able to settle it down as she'll pass it off now to D'Souza. Mitchell does well, finds Castellano. Castellano has a couple options in the middle though. Pass it back to Torchia, as Torchia will look to switch it. Brown completes the switch, as Parr is going to try and cross this one in. Finds Copeland. Copeland's able to control this one. It's going to be a good battle between her and McDonald, as McDonald's able to get a piece of that one. A second chance there, as there's a shot coming in from distance from Ray. Won't trouble the keeper at all, but Copeland is being a nuisance right now in the back line against Pikani and McDonald, as McDonald's clearance just deflected right to Ray, who had that opportunity onto goal. For all your information, rosters, match previews, recaps, photography, and more, visit www.league1ontario.com. All matches are recorded and available on the League One Ontario YouTube channel, so make sure to like and subscribe to games, and keep an eye out for the highlight patches and the feature video magazine, The 12th Man, which focuses on spotlighting talent from all across the league. That gets released every couple weeks as they get a little bit behind the scenes with OSU recently, as well as Unionville, so make sure to take a look at find the latest updates with those two teams. Donald has that one roll away from her foot, and you could almost call that one a smart foul. Realize she was caught out of position there. Montage would have had an opportunity to go the other way. Just bring the player down, make sure your players get back into position, as Durham will put this one back into play. So I like to call that a smart foul from April McDonald. Spagnola just inviting the pressure from Copeland. Copeland doesn't seem too happy with that, as usually you don't see a little bit of the type of time wasting in such an early moment of the game. Got some good passing forces away out for Epp down the left wing. Epp's got some space. Tries to force a pass in for Kataya. Somehow finds his way towards her. Nice turn from Angela Kataya. Passes down to the left flank as Kara Kataya tries to keep this one in, and she just runs out of space, however, as it'll go out for a goal kick. So good movement coming out from Epp, finding the two sisters working together up top, as the pressure still continues to go forward for Hamilton United. Another push onto the back, this one by Pops, another foul. And Hamilton's just racking up the fouls right now. Nothing too dangerous though, nothing we've seen that really has warranted any cautions yet in this game. But they're really running the foul count up. Remember in their game against FC Derby, another team who seems to capture a lot of fouls in their game, as they really hit up the high numbers in that one. And Hamilton already here, just 20 minutes into the game, already building up the numbers, which would probably get the referees, you know, starting to worry about calming it down a little bit. Durham goes onto the edge of the area. Copeland tries to see if she can play a return pass for one of her teammates. Couldn't find anyone, however, as it goes out for another Hamilton throw-in. Castellano passes someone back for Mitchell. Mitchell gets knocked off the ball. As good job there coming in from D'Angelo. DiPietro threw ball up for Davies. Davies tried to touch that one forward for Kutaya. Couldn't find her as Ayotzi brings this one all the way back towards our keeper. Nice fake coming in from Brown. Now she'll play this one outside. Carr up for Ray. Ray's going to play through ball as a Montage makes a nice little run down to the corner. Montage now looking for some support till she's able to find her teammate who sends a cross in. Castellano can get to the end one, but this one's still dangerous as it finds its way up for Mitchell. Mitchell back into the edge of the penalty area. Cleared away once again as Pops does well. And now here comes Hamilton coming the other way is Davies. Davies, though, realized she didn't have the speed to get by Ayotzi and waits for her teammate to catch up as that through ball in gets blocked by Brown. Gets sent out. Nice little counterattack opportunity. Kutaya did a very nice flake getting onto the run of Davies. But just the speed of Ayotzi shut down that oncoming counterattack. Bounces over the head of Cipriano. Settled in by McDonald. Pietro. Picani. Under some good pressure there as she forces her pass up the middle. Now McDonald's going to try again as she realizes, okay, I got nothing going forward in this. Again, what I like about this Hamilton team. Sometimes you just don't want to force it, pass back to your keeper, reset, and try once again. Ayotzi's able to get to that. There's a nice little 1-2 opportunity there, but the return pass will find its way to Castellano as Kutaya puts it right through the legs of Torchia. And there's a shot from distance, and that one founds the goal. A little bit of hesitation. Everyone seemed a little bit surprised, but Gabrielle Popst is able to float that one over the goalkeeper, Al-Khatib, and that goal seemed almost out of nothing as Gabrielle Popst gets a nice little pass from Kutaya and just lobs that one into the top corner. And Hamilton United take a crucial 1-0 lead here in the game versus Durham United as the referee will call for a water break here halfway through this first half. As we are nearing those very high temperatures here, adding in that humidity effect definitely drains on the players here. And like we said, Durham, only 4 players on the bench today. Got to be worried a little bit here.
In the 22nd minute by number 90, Gabrielle Pops.
So a 22nd minute goal coming in from Pops, able to separate these two teams during the break. As we like to thank the partners for League One Ontario, Gatorade, Peel Regional Police, Vagrant Power, Canadian Prim Plastic, Sports Engine, and Rome Mobile. Referee Golostani is going to yell at the players to come back onto the field. As Durham's going to try and see if they can find a way to tie this game up. Hamilton's had a lot of possession, but it's really been Durham who's created the chances so far in this first half. But sometimes it happens out of almost nothing after a pass goes right through the legs of Torchia. Pops seemed to find a little bit of confidence there and just shot that one distance, and looked like even she was surprised that one went in. As we had some minimal celebrations coming in from the Hamilton United squad. That's actually Pop's first goal of the League One Ontario season, as well as play will resume here with Durham United down 1-0 here at the Ron Joyce Stadium on this League One Ontario women's broadcast. Nola will resume the play as she's going to roll it out towards Pikani, who plays this one down the line. There's Kara Kutaya, who does a nice turn. She's going to try and play it up the middle. Found a way up the middle, but nobody was there as Davies gives her a thumbs up, though, saying, great idea, good run. Just we weren't able to execute it there. Like we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, Hamilton United needs a full 6 points from their remaining 2 games to stand any chance for making the League One Ontario playoffs. Also needs a lot of results going the other ways, but you know what? Try to control your own destiny, do the best you can, and Hamilton's off to a great start as they're going to bring this one over midfield. Epp is going to play this one strongly down the line. Kutai is going to try and give her chase to keep that one in play. Not able to get to it though, as they'll go up for another goal kick. At the same time, when you're in a game like this, you got to be thinking, okay, it's a full 90 minutes, especially in these type of temperatures. You got to pick your moments of when to release the energy, when to just give up on it, conserve it, as you know you're going to need that time later on in this game. IoT communicating with her team right there, saying she didn't like the options there. You got to be getting a little bit more open or showing a little bit more. She was screaming at her team. As Iotzi's going to run onto this one, as there's a good battle between her and Di Pietro down this near side. Iotzi with a great turn as she's going to send a cross in. That one though gets blocked by McDonald, and she first time clears that one up the field for Angela Kutaya. She had Davies down the near side, and Davies is asking for her, and she will get that pass. She's got Kutaya running down the side. She'll pass it towards her, as Davies is now going to cut towards the middle. Good battle between D'Souza and Kutaya, as this one's going to head off D'Souza, and I believe it's the first corner kick of the game, as it's going to hit off of D'Souza and out for Hamilton, as running up to take this one will be D'Angelo. Players are lined up more towards the far post, but Durham is using a zone marking system rather than a man-to-man, just covering the space, as that one's going to get lobbed in, headed on by Cipriano, as looks like a foul is going to get called against Cipriano, who headed that first opportunity. As this one, that's going to prevent any opportunity, as the free kick will have to be retaken here, as the ball did not leave the penalty area. It's always interesting. You see a lot of teams that rely on a man-to-man, and once everybody's covered, to then put a zone with the remaining members on a corner kick set. But Durham just went full zone there, covered their edge of the goal area, and said, you know what, okay, if you want to get a header from deep in the penalty area, go right ahead. We'll be able to get that second chance. Di Pietro down the line for Davies. Davies, though, has that one bounce over her head, and Iotzi trying the same spin move she just did against Hamilton a second ago, but this time it doesn't work out. Here comes the goal scorer. It's pops down the right flank. Just runs out of space, however, as that touch was just a touch too heavy, as it'll roll out for a goal kick. Okay, you know, I gotta give credit where it's due, and Hamilton United has been the stronger team here in this first half, but like we said, for Hamilton, their struggle has been in the second half against the majority of teams this season. So they're going to have to try and see if they can continue that into the halftime break, bring the same type of enthusiasm and intensity they are currently doing here in this first. Back for Mitchell. Sends it back for Parr. umpire's under a lot of pressure, though, has to get rid of it, and is somehow, though, able to relieve the pressure, but they're getting forced to reset back in their own end. As they're seeing the 3 of the 4 players for Durham United start some warm-ups and behind their goal. Comes Davies, 5 goals so far this season. She's going to try and see if she can dance around D'Souza. D'Souza yells at the referee there. She claimed that she got all ball there. The referee shook his head and said, no, you got a caught piece of the foot there. And it's going to be a free kick for United. Lobbed in, D'Angelo. Just got over the head though. I believe that was Cipriano who almost got another header under that one. Looks like she just mistimed it, jumped a slight bit late there as that one just went over her head, and it'll go up for a goal kick. Playing this one in short once again. If you're Hamilton right now, every single goal kick except one has been short so far. You got to be just putting in a bit of a higher press, forcing the Durham goalkeeper to play that one a little bit longer. Unless you're fine with giving them that short, but I imagine based on that, they aren't able to get enough distance onto the kick, so you're able to possibly win those 50-50 balls in the air if they're not able to get too far up the field. Spagnola hits this one up the field. It's going to be headed on as it finds Kutaya. She's offside though. Went back from an offside to an onside position, as it's going to be blown dead. 1-0 for Hamilton United, a lead over Durham United as we reach the 32nd minute mark here at the Ron George Stadium on the League One Ontario Women's broadcast. I'd like to thank everybody else who's coming in for this match here. And make sure to stay tuned for all your action by tuning in to www.league1ontario.com or checking out the social media to find out your day-to-day live updates, as well as which matches, of course, will be those live streamed games each week. Nice turn there from Copeland. Not able to get that one onto goal. She's able to spin away from McDonald. Found the touch there on the half volley. Just wasn't able to get much power in behind it. Trying to get over the head. Iotzi gets knocked off of that one, and Torchia is going to bow off there, and it looks like a hit off her arm, and it's going to be a handball going against Durham. This ball's going to get played in short with DiPietro and D'Angelo. Going to put this one right back into play, and that's what I like. You get the momentum going, get the ball right back into play, play it short, and rebuild it going forward. But it didn't seem like the rest of the team was on the same page on the short though, as they didn't have many options to play from in there. And that's going to allow Durham now to attack going the other way. But that through ball's just too far though to get onto the foot of Ray, as McDonald's just got a first time clear that one out of play. Allow her team to get back into position and give Durham a throw-in. First time on the field, great touch from Angela Kutaya, able to bring that one down to her feet. Now she's going to try and take it up herself. Said, okay, I got no one in front of me. Start going backwards once again as it finds its way in for Cipriano. Cipriano under a ton of pressure, able to pass it back. That's going to be a foul going against Durham there. Surprised the referee didn't play a little bit of advantage there, but we'll get called back for a free kick. So we'll give you a halftime the foul count between these two teams. As we mentioned, it's running up quite high between both these two teams as D'Souza is able to get to that one, as that ball will find its way out to the waiting goalkeeper Al-Khatib as play will resume in their own end. Carr trying to send that one up from Montage. As they do well, does Ray to win it back for her team, and she's going to put this one first time down the line. Spagnola giving herself a bit of adventure And you know what? Sometimes it works out. Sometimes you don't even need to go to the ball. Just put enough pressure. Just know that she's there, and it forces Copeland once again to take a long touch there. And look like Spagnuolo. You know what? I gotta credit the aggressiveness once again. She's had Copeland's number twice on some good breaks so far. And it just shut down another great opportunity where Copeland probably would have had some time in the corner and attacked that penalty area. So, you know, I got to credit to Marilena Spagnuolo. Very strong and confident. The key thing is confident goalkeeper, as she's had no hesitations on coming out of her goal. Because sometimes you see some of the goalies, when they do charge out of the net, if they hesitate for a little second or a stutter step, usually that's all the time it takes for them to be too late to get to the ball. So if you're going to charge out of your goal, you got to be doing it in a confident, first time matter without thinking about it. And Spagnuolo is doing it right there. As she bobbles that one a little bit, the ball is still loose, and it goes into the goal. And Durham is able to respond as Spagnuolo had an easy ball onto the cross, bobbled it a little bit. It looked like she might have fell onto the ball, but she didn't. She wasn't able to get the full coverage there, says the referee. And I believe that was Bianca Ray who was able to get the finish onto that one, as we'll get confirmation of that one in just a moment. But Ray is able to pick up the loose change from the fumble from the goalkeeper Spagnuolo, after giving her just so much credit right there. And unfortunate the situation happened right there. But this game is tied right back up in the 37th minute, 1-1, with Durham United getting the goal right back. And it seems, both the goals so far, seems like okay. We've seen a lot of great setup plays and great passing between these two teams. And both of these goals have been coming from absolutely nothing. So it is Ray who gets confirmation of scoring that goal. That's going to be Ray's first goal of the season as well. So we've had a couple of teammates on both sides with our first goal of the season so far in this match. But like we were saying, these goals have been coming from almost nothing. And sometimes in a game like that, when both teams are playing in this type of weather, mistakes will happen. And it's whoever pounces on them, makes it a team pay, will be able to go to that one. And there's a turnover right there as the Souza gets run over by Davies. And she'll get called for a foul, trudging back into position. And she's got to be careful. There's a few fouls already for her this game. You know, that one, especially trying to hustle back into position, might have been a little bit fortunate not to get a yellow card, slowing down Davies coming onto a counter-attack. So there'll be a free kick. Al-Khatib screaming for 4 players in her wall. As in this situation, you've got to be expecting a shot here. 90% of the time, you're going to be seeing a shot on the goal coming in from Emma Davies. As Davies gets that one saved, there's a rebound though, and this doesn't get put in. Al-Khatib makes a nice save, and Ioti is there to clear away the rebound, as Durham is able to survive a scare coming in from the shot from Emma Davies, as they're going to try to go the other way with Copeland. Copeland to the goal scorer, that is Ray. Ray, shoulder to shoulder, able to knock down her Hamilton player as she tries to send a through ball up, but too strong to get onto Copeland. That's a great free kick though, going out Al-Khatib, and I believe it was Cipriano who was hanging out on the far post, trying to see if she can get onto that rebound. But Ioti did a great job shielding her away and clearing it up the field to allow that opportunity for Durham. Nicely controlled. Here comes Epp. 2 players sliding in for that one. Epp, though, will continue her run up the field. It's a breakthrough ball in. She's onside. One-on-one against keeper. Dances around, and a great job. Al-Khatib getting down low as she's able to reach down to her left and shut down that opportunity for Angela Kutaya, who was all alone with tons of time onto goal as she found a way through the Durham defense after that through ball opportunity. But the action still continues with Pops trying to send a cross in as it gets headed on. But you've got to credit that all started with Paget starting from her own end, running that ball all the way up the field, surviving the slide tackle, continuing her run, sending a great through ball in to Rana Kutaya, who had a mountain of space As Katai tried to deke out the goalkeeper, Al-Khatib staying low, able to dive onto the ball and shut that one down. As there's a hard collision, as it's going to be offside as Copeland collides hard with goalkeeper Spagnolo. As both the players are fighting that one, and Spagnolo is just going to toughen that one out. She says, okay, I'm okay. Hard collision, but luckily she didn't get struck by the foot, and looks like she just got caught by the side of the leg more than anything. But this game could easily be 2-2, 3-3, but some great goalkeeping play here early between these two teams is keeping the score 1-1. Motash puts the ball in, clears away though by Kuikani, and this one's just going to bounce out for throwing. The action will continue here. Some good pressure coming on to the back of Motash. She'll pass it back as a nice little 1-2. Motash tries to play it down the line, can't find Ray, however. But now Durham's, as this first half is starting to progress, starting to get a little bit more into the game here, and starting to get some more passes going towards their favor. Copeland trying to force her way in through, but McDonald plays it up to the wing. As this one's going to get hit up the field by F. Only one player back, that is D'Souza. And D'Souza, a little bit of miscommunication between D'Souza and Al-Khatib. It looked like Al-Khatib was expecting her to shield that one towards her, but D'Souza last second just passes it towards her. As Ayoti, she falls down and looks like she's a little slow to get up on that one. I gotta say, if you're an attacker, Davies has seen that spin move 3 times already this first half, and this is the 3rd time she's seen it. She succeeded on that one, but wasn't able to capitalize. But let's see, you got to be thinking of different moves there, as we've seen that one already. Like we said, 3 times. Got to be switching it up a little bit before it starts to get too predictable. Good battle between Pops and Mitchell. Pops with the rogue leg there, trying to block the pass, hits Mitchell, who was running after that one. It'll be a free kick right at midfield. Playing this one in short, Torchia. Up for Parr. Parr down the line, there's Motash. She's hustling to keep this one in play. No, just too much as it go up for the goal kick. Like I said, these two teams will be back in action next weekend for their final match of the League One Ontario season. Durham United has a critical game against FC Oshawa. That game could possibly decide who makes it into the League One Ontario playoffs. As Hamilton United, like we said, they need 3 points here today, and they're playing against the Dero United squad next Saturday. And that's another game, that's a must-win, because Dero United definitely needs the points as well if they want to claim themselves a playoff spot, as they're just sitting 2 points outside. DiPietro, mountain of space in front of her. She's going to carry this ball up. Mitchell does a great job, though, keeping up with her and wins it right back as Motash plays this one outside forward. The goal scorer, that is Ray. Ray trying to find Copeland, and she's able to find her, but just couldn't continue her run, as McDonald did a great job being on her right away and clearing it outside. And looks like the Hamilton United defense is starting to figure it out. It's okay, they have one striker up top. Let's use our 2 center backs to cover this one player, as Quicani and McDonald are working together. We're usually one on and one just behind the attacking Copeland to shut down her runs. Has it controlled once again by Kutai. She's looking for a free kick, stares right at the referee. Referee says nothing there, as play will continue. Mitchell down the near side for Iotsi. Iotsi tries to cross that one, hits it right into the body of DiPietro for a throw-in. throwing down the line, finds a teammate. So they're going to try and see if they can hustle. Player falls down. The referee says nope. Ball went out for a goal kick as Durham thought that was going to be a free kick. Said nope, as it's going to be a goal kick instead, as we have the indication from the fourth official of 2 additional minutes here in this first half. So it's 1-1 here as we're in those remaining 2 minutes.
That there will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
As Spagnuolo going to play this one in short for Cipriano. Good switch there from Spagnuolo, able to get onto the run of Caracataya. Good battle into the midfield. Another foul once again coming in from the Durham United midfield. As it could be a time for one opportunity, maybe a little bit more for Hamilton United, as D'Angelo is going to wait for her team to just get up the field as she's going to cross this one into the penalty area. That's a nice ball. And it's bouncing around still as it's finally getting brought down by Castellano. That was a great ball playing from D'Angelo. A very dangerous position where your goalie, you're not too sure if you want to come out or if you sit back, and a Hamilton player is able to get a header onto it. It's almost a guaranteed goal if you're able to put that one onto the net. Good challenge, I thought, but the referee had the closer view there, felt like that sliding challenge collided with the Durham player, so it'll be another free kick. As now Durham will have their opportunity to put a free kick into the penalty area and put some pressure onto Spagnuolo. Finds Copeland able to flick it on, but nobody there to catcher that second ball as Spagnuolo will roll it out towards Kutaya, as Hamilton's going to try and see if they can go the other way. It's Kutaya. Plays that one up for Davies, who heads this one on. There's a strong run coming in from Angela Kutaya, who can't run onto the end of that one, but she's not giving up on this one. She's going to put pressure on Parr to try and win it right back. She gets the throw in, but there goes the halftime whistle here at the Ron Joyce Stadium in this League One Ontario Women's Broadcast. Durham United and Hamilton United Elite. I'm your play-by-play host as the teams have switched sides, and we are back underway here onto the turf field as this very humid Friday evening. Martin Ohms here giving you the play-by-play between these two teams, as it'll be Durham United in the all-white going from your left to your right on your screens at home. They got a 37th minute goal coming in from Bianca Ray, and Hamilton United are in the black going from your right to your left, and Gabrielle Pops was able to get a nice little floater from distance in the 22nd minute to get their goal for their team. Hamilton United had a lot of the possession early, but Durham started to get more of the chances going on later in the first half. So we'll see what kind of adjustments both these two teams made during the break. What kind of tactical switches will we be seeing? Will we be seeing any changes in the lineups? Those are the type of questions we'll be looking for as the game will progress here, especially during going into that water break. And he said, especially when you have some tired legs, a lot of fouls tend to happen. 16 fouls combined for both teams in that first half. That's an incredibly high number. You don't see that many between these two teams, but they're playing hard here. And as we said, both teams truly need a full 3 points if they want to continue onto their journey in August for the League One Ontario playoffs. As here comes Eck. Ev's going to try and play a through ball in for Cara Kutaya. Kutaya's going to hustle that one, but a nice little fake there from Brown. Brown just did a little bit of a stutter step, and it seemed to throw Kutaya a little bit off guard there as that ball will roll out for a goal kick. Both these two teams are coming off of losses last week. Durham United dropped a 1-0 match to Alliance as Hamilton United lost 3-2 versus Ottawa South United. But both of them picked up some crucial points before that. Like we said, Hamilton United one of the very few teams to defeat the Oakville Blue Devils this season, as they're coming on a little bit of a high. But here comes Durham trying to attack on the far side with Ray. That cross doesn't find its way out to the other side, though, as it finds its way out for throwing. Parr throw goes down to the feet Montage though, trying to see if she can find her way out of danger. Just does it smartly, holds it out, forces Hamilton to clear it out to more throwing. Montage gets the pass from Copeland. Gets it back for Brown, who tries the first time it in. A little bit too strong, but Spagnuolo once again didn't catch that one confidently the first time, and if the player there was running at full speed, Torchia, she might have been able to get to that one. And Spagnuolo's gaff, unfortunately, in the first half was what led to the Durham United goal. But she's been a strong goalkeeper ever since. As here comes a couple nice moves from Cipriano, and unfortunately, after those couple nice moves, she plays a tough pass to get onto the foot of the teammate up top. That's Kutaya, Angela Kutaya. Couldn't find her as a goal for a goal kick, as once again they play it short. And we were mentioning that in the first half. Looks like goalkeeper Alcantara likes to play it short, pass it up to D'Souza, then work it off. As Hamilton, as this game progresses, might want to cut that one down. Spagnuolo does a good job clearing up her goal, but she doesn't get a good clearance as it finds its way to Montage. Montage, though, wasn't able to pull the trigger. Some great defense coming in from Cipriano, was able to shut down that one as a couple players are flying over each other into the midfield. Iotzi with a deep ball up. Spagnoli calls for that one, punches that one away. Shot from distance from Montage. It's off the crossbar. That was a great effort coming in from Montage as they got punched away there from Spagnolo off the cross. Fell to Montage, who volleyed it right off the turf. And that one looped and just hit the crossbar and stayed out. Durham putting some pressure here early in the second half. There's a collision between a couple players as Pops brought down a Durham United player. I believe that was Mitchell, who got knocked down for a free kick. Here comes the first substitution of the game. Only 5 minutes into the second half. As it's going to be Alicia Tamburo coming into the game. I believe she's taken off the goal scorer. That's Bianca Ray coming off of the field. So in the 50th minute, we're seeing Tamburo make her entrance into the game.
Substitution in the 15th minute. Durham number 9.
Comes the shot from distance, trying to go towards the near post. That one just hits the side of the goal. As Torcha tried to see if she can go at it from distance there. Nicely headed on by Kutaya into the middle of the field. Torcha, I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe she overran that one. Looked like she had tons of time to settle that one. Well, maybe she had a teammate behind her calling for that one. A little confused right there, but it'll be Hamilton continuing forward. There's a foul there from D'Souza. Like I said, D'Souza, a lot of fouls coming out from her. And referee has to just keep an eye on her for that one. Again, no fouls causing a caution, but just has to make sure she doesn't cause too many. Again, though, that's what you like to see coming out from a physical center back, though. Not overstepping it, just reminding the players there not to get too close into the area as this one gets crossed in. There's D'Souza once again being strong, going against Angela Kutaya. Two are going to battle it out in the corner, and it will be Hamilton who wins a corner kick at the end of the day. Not many corner kicks so far in this game. As we'll see the first opportunity now for United, Hamilton United, in this second half. This one's going to be a dangerous one. Alcantara balances that one. There's a clearance, and it looks like it's a goal kick. As coming in with speed was Pops to the goal scorer. Alcantara didn't control that one off the corner. It looked like she went for a bit of a punch. Punched it towards the far post, and a little bit of a quick chaos there as Pops was battling for it. I believe that was Iotzi on the far post who was able to hold her position, but it looked like that one just hit off the post and out of play for a goal kick. But another almost right there coming up from the goalkeeper's clearance as the players are doing a great job just following up on the play. Yeah, put some good touch there. She's trying to continue. We saw a good run from her early in that first half. That set up a great chance for Okataya, but the goalkeeper Al-Khatib did a great job to equally keep that one and to keep it in a tie game. Spagnolo, some great confident goalkeeping as she's able to get away from the pressure and puts this one into an area where no white jerseys were in sight. Torchia back in. As Copeland couldn't touch that one, she would have been offside. And she's just going to let this one roll right past her towards the goalkeeper. Spagnola's played 7 games so far this season. This will be her 8th. Only 12 goals against her this season. She's done a very good job keeping the goals against average low and the same percentage high, which is always a good sign to see from a relatively young team here in Hamilton United. Going to be dangerous. Spagnola can't get to that one, but she's able to get it to her on the recovery. As it's Mitchell who's shifted up to more of an attacking role here in this second half, was putting some pressure onto the Hampton United keeper and forced her to jump onto that loose ball. I gotta give credit, really. I'll take 15-year-old in net as well for Durham United today. Doing a great job in her League One debut. And that one in play did Quikani, and this is going to allow Durham to attack as Mitchell's going to drive her way into her, but sliding out to Spagnolo. Copeland and Mitchell once again just working together up top for Durham United, putting some pressure. Quikani, some reason, kept that one in play. Couldn't clear that one off our throw, and felt like a teammate might have gone onto that one, and Durham pounced all over that and was able to create an opportunity. But Spagnola, great job sliding out of her net, was able to take the ball away. There's Carr. Turn here from Mutash. This is up for Torchia. She'll pass this one back in for D'Souza. D'Souza, great ball down the left flank. Tamburo tries to cross there, no one out there on the other side. Has some hustle coming in from Mitchell, and she'll keep this one in play. Mitchell's going to try a second opportunity, but it's offside actually, going against Mitchell. And that play will be blown dead, as Mitchell wouldn't have been able to get onto that cross regardless. Davies controlling it down. She's under a lot of pressure as Davies, but she's going to spin her way out of it and win her team throw-in. As we're reaching the 55th minute mark here, no score between the Durham United and Hamilton United here in this second half, as it remains a 1-1 tie from those two first halves. Goals coming in from Pops and Ray, who's been substituted off here in this second half. Now we mentioned 6 points out of a playoff spot right now. Only 2 games remaining. They need all the points that they can get, while Durham United is in a tie, 3-way tie for that last spot. So they got to figure out a distance, as Al-Khatib will see that one roll right past off the header from Karakataya. Karakataya 2 goals herself this season, which Angela's 6. Puts them near the top here in this goal scoring charts, as there's a nice through ball in coming through on the right side, as Mitchell can't run onto that one, as we kind of going to go over there, clear that one out of play, and just settle it down, working with F. Throw this one down to the feet, as they're going to try and see if they can spin around. Finds Mitchell. Mitchell puts this into a dangerous area. There's Castellano for a second chance, but a foul will get called, as Tamburo had a good opportunity that was blocked. But Castellano getting onto that ball will get called for a foul, She pushed off all of the defender to get that opportunity for Durham United. But like we've been saying, Hamilton was strong the first half, and the question was at the end of the game, will they be able to keep this momentum up, keep the possession going all 90 minutes? And as this game has progressed, Durham is starting to get more and more chances into this game, and they seem to be more inclined to pick up a second goal here for their team in this game. Nice shot there from Ep, heading that one away. As Parr is going to take her time up to take this throw. There's 3 players left onto the bench for Durham United as Tambor came on. As to you got Harper Bennett, Emily Cullen, and Sarah Raji on the bench for Durham. As you can see, a nice turn coming in from Mitchell, trying to see if she can continue with going forward. Not able to, as Tambor can't either, as D'Angelo now will pick that ball up. As she'll just hit it up the field, allow her teammates to get back into position, hold their shape. As Al-Khatib will hit it over to D'Souza. And D'Souza, though, putting herself in a little bit of danger there, forces a turnover. But D'Souza just trying to force her way in through and is able to win her team a free kick. As you see some pushing going in between the 2 players. That's Pops giving D'Souza a little bit of a push after the whistle. As here comes a substitution coming in for Hamilton. It's going to be Gabrielle Cipriano coming off the field. And enter the field will be Lorena Marcone. So Marcone is going to come in and fill in the defensive midfield position. Maybe we'll look to see, you know what, a tie's not good enough for Hamilton. Maybe we'll see her shift up to more of an attacking role. We'll have to see as she gets her first touch onto the pass here, as she gives it off towards McDonald. And McDonald's pass won't find her teammate, as Durham's now going to go onto the attack.
Guided substitution into the 59th minute. Number 13,
Throwing goes down the line. D'Angelo somehow found herself in a ton of space as she's able to get onto the end of that throw-in. Passes it back inside for Kataya. Kataya back out for D'Angelo. D'Angelo, though, looked away for a second. It's always that opportunity. You see a pass coming in. You want to put your head up, see what options you have in the penalty area. Where can I cross the ball onto? And by the time she looked up and looked back down, the ball just rolled off her foot and out for a throw-in. There's Pops. She's going to play this one down the line, and some speed coming in from D'Angelo to try to keep this one in play. Good hustle, though. She glides into the back, though, of the Durham United player, and it's going to be a free kick deep into Durham territory, right back in their own corner. As I believe that's Torchia who got knocked down. Souza just looking for any options. She's just going to boot this one up the field. She get onto the head of Copeland, and there's a push onto the back there from McDonald. As it's another free kick. This time Durham a little bit up the field from their last one. They'll try to take this one in quickly. Can't get it up for Mitchell though. As it gets sent up by Marcone. Tamburo passes this one back for D'Souza, as D'Souza trying to find Mitchell once again, and this time it's going to find its way out for Mitchell. Mitchell trying to cross this one in, can't find his way through, but she might get a second opportunity. No, as Carpentine does a great job, as she's going to pass it back now for Epp, as Hamilton's going to try to see if they can get out of danger, but Epp dancing around with the ball. Can she get it out? And yes, she does. What a pass through the legs. And she's able to get it over to Kataya. But Marcone, though, wasn't able to continue that clearance as Motaj is being a nuisance into the midfield. But now he gets picked up by D'Angelo once again. And now this time, will Hamilton get out of their own end? Yes, they will, as it's finally controlled and settled on by Di Pietro. Marcone back for Di Pietro. D'Angelo. Down to the near side for Epp. Epp is going to carry this one on. She has some space. Can Epp go for it? No, it looked like she had the idea there. And once she did, she picked up the speed. And once she picked up the speed, she just had a little bit of a longer touch. And that allowed the Durham defense to shut it down as Durham almost had another counterattack. But a good header there from Kuikani shuts that away. Offside, getting called against Copeland. Puts her hands up, saying, well, where was I offside? But play will continue with Davies. I know what he's saying, she didn't even touch the player. But the referee again giving another free kick. And this one's always a dangerous area when you're about 30 or so out. Do you go for a cross or do you go for a shot? It's almost in that medium-ranged area. And that's the discussion going on right now between D'Angelo and Kutai. We saw Davies take the set piece when the free kick was a little bit closer onto goal, and she got that opportunity onto the net. Forced a nice save from Al-Khatib, but this time it might be a little bit more difficult. Kutai is going to ask for the space, and I feel like if you're going to ask for the space, this is a shot on goal. And it's Angela Kutaya goes for it, just too much onto that one, and she got under the ball. Tried to find the top corner a little bit, didn't put too much on the power there, and just shot that one wide. As good job there from Al-Khatib. She's just going to play this one in short, put the ball right back in play as Durham's going to try and see if they can go the other way. But McDonald just gets in the way and clears that one aside for throwing. Nice little 1-2 off the throw and crosses that one in, but no white jersey inside Spagnola. Just gonna have this one rolling. Will this one roll all the way out? He just gets it out. It's always a little dangerous. Sometimes you want to just let that one roll and it could have gone out for a throw-in rather than a goal kick. Sports Engine is the official technology partner of Ontario Soccer and is the leading provider of sport life management tools for youth and amateur sports. Check out sportsengine.com to see how they can help keep your club running in sharp on and off the pitch of this season. That is Sports Engine. As the goal kick will be put in play by Epp, will hit it back first time for Spagnolo. Kuikani under some pressure, and it looks like Durham's had enough of this short playing. They're putting a little bit of a high press onto this Hamilton United defense. They're able to get out of the danger this time. But that's the type of pressure I want to see the Hamilton players put on the Durham defense as they continue to play it short. Montage going to get called for a free kick. They said a high number of fouls here this game, over 20 now between the two teams combined. But no cards here given out by referee Golstani. D'Angelo has this one up the field, gets blocked by D'Souza, touches it back for Tamburo, gets it off the field, finds Copeland. Copeland touches over now for Mitchell, back into the middle of the field for Motash, he passes up for Copeland. Castellanos screaming for that ball, she gets a great pass, here comes Castellanos, slides it through, just wide. Castellano was screaming for that one, gets a through ball played in from Mitchell. Sent in, and once again Spagnola coming out of the goal, closes the angle just enough for Castellano just to slide that one past the post and just centimeters away from giving Durham a crucial 2-1 lead. But a great touch coming in from Castellano, completely settled that one and was able to get some touch away. So a great job there coming out from the left flank. Hamilton coming the other way. Good challenge. That's a 50-50 challenge as both players went in for the ball. As a Hamilton player will look towards the referee, but I saw nothing wrong there as the play will continue. Again, sometimes it's all it takes on a through ball team. You don't have to make the save, but if you come out quickly, aggressively, and cut down the angles, it forces the attacker to make a decision, and a quicker decision rather than they normally would like. So sometimes they just have to rush it. And that's what Spagnola did once again, coming out of her goal. It didn't give Castellano time to really put in a good shot, because if normally you see goalies, they sat back there. Castellano, after the good control, might have just taken a touch and had an opportunity to look up and fire a good shot onto the net. But Spagnuolo did a great job in goal once again. As we go towards a water break here, we're going to give ourselves a few moments here as we're to 1-1 between Hamilton United Elite and Durham United coming into the water break in this second half at the Ron Joyce Stadium. Water break is completed and play will resume. Just one substitution so far for both teams here, as Marcone and Tamburo have entered the game, as play will resume with just over 20 minutes plus stoppage time left to go here in this tie game. And like we say, both teams really need a victory here. Tie might not be good enough for either squad. And with the tie, it definitely would end Hamilton United's dreams of making the League One Ontario playoffs. Souza trying to pass that one up, can't find anything, as Marcone is just going to try and win this one back for Hamilton. She's going to put some pressure, but Torchia is able to pull back and give herself some space. Torchia's pass back to Tamburo. Tamburo trying to send that one up for Castellano. Can't find her as it gets cleared up the field by McDonald. Taya down the line. There's Davies. Davies with this great move. She has some space here. Davies gonna go in for a low drive. Hits off the edge of Alcatib. Loose ball pumps. Takes a deflection and it's blocked. Great defense coming out there from Parr. Makes a game-saving block. Ocean Parr as it gets punched out off the cross. And Pop's looking for her second goal of the game. Puts a nice shot to go, but Parr sticks out the left leg and is able to block it enough and prevent that one from going into the open net. Hamilton. Well, we've been saying Durham's had a lot of the chances. Hamilton with a great chance there. And we've been saying that both teams could easily be winning this one with some strong goalkeeping and some good missed opportunities from both sides to keep this game at once. Here now is D'Angelo. Pass it up for Pops, who just in the second to go almost had a second goal as she'll send it up for Kutaya, who was a good 5 yards offside there, however, and it's going to get called back for a free kick. As we mentioned, Al-Khatib making her first start to the 15-year-old. Doing a good job, though. A lot of pressure to be able to play against players much older than you are. Handling the pressure quite well and did well to get a touch onto that cross and avoid that one to get through the other side. As here comes Castellano trying to get her way through. Copeland can't get a touch as it gets hit up the field by Di Pietro. Marcone runs out of space looking for some help, and she gets it now with D'Angelo. D'Angelo with the great through ball in. Can Pops get onto the end of this one? She'll hustle, but no, she cannot. Unfortunately, a great through ball in. I felt like that one had a bit of pace, but maybe in the first half you would think that the player might have been able to reach to that one, because like I said, with this humidity, after a lot of the sprints, it gets a little bit tiresome, and you got to pick and choose your runs. As it looks like Durham United will be making a substitution here very shortly, as we're nearing 18 minutes left to go here in this tie game. Good pace coming down the right side as the players collide with one another. Both players are looking for a foul. And it looks like the assistant referee will call a free kick against Hamilton, much to the discretion of Coach Font for Hamilton, who felt like it should have been a free kick the other way. Felt like his player got interfered with, but instead it will be a free kick instead for Durham, as D'Souza will take her time to walk over to take, as they'll use this opportunity to make the substitution instead, as Sarah Raji will find her way into the game, and she will replace Marissa Castellano, who had a good opportunity in the second half. So a change on the attacking fronts, as Raji is now into the game on the left side. One in the air by McDonald again. Another player I want to highlight quite a bit in the center back. It's April McDonald. She's done a great job in the center back position. She's held her own and has kept the players out. Nothing has really gone over her head in this game. And back for the aforementioned McDonald, who does well once again to get away from that precious Copeland. Dived in there. Check that out. It was Raji who dived in there to try to get onto that one. Start to look at those opportunities with some fresh legs onto the field and utilize their pace into this game. And there'll be a corner kick. Oh, check that, a deep throw-in. When you have a deep throw-in taker like Angela Kutaya, though, you can almost call it a corner kick. And there you see right there, bounces away into a dangerous area. Pops is trying to get onto the end of that one, but gets cleared away off the field by D'Souza. McDonald back into the corner. Finds Kutaya, tries to cross that one and can't find Davies to take a couple bounces. Davies might get on the end of that one, but Brown is able to recover and get a clear away, as that clearance hit off an own teammate and almost fell perfectly for Emma Davies to put that one onto goal. But Tamara Brown did well to just reset her feet, turn around and knock that one aside. The 1-2 off the throw-in. Here comes the cross from Kutaya. Nice catch there from El Khatib as she palms that one down in front of her. You notice she has some space and got that one right back into her hands, and she'll hit this one off the field. Mitchell with the control. D'Angelo, though, takes it away from her. As Kataya's going to try and dance away. There's Raji. I think that's her first touch into the game. She's going to utilize her teammate who hits it off the field and trying to get to the run of Copeland. Copeland now. Settle it down. Look for some support. She's got some in Mitchell who's going to hustle in here. They can't get that one away from McDonald, who once again holds the fort on the back line for Hamilton. It's Carr. Carr made a game-saving block about 10 minutes ago, trying to find a teammate there, but it's going to be a free kick, it looks like, just by the edge of the touchline. Didn't really see anything there. Like we said, the referee's got the best view of it. Must have felt like there was a push onto the play of Carr, which forced her out of play. Brown's telling Carr to stay here for the short, forcing two players off from Hamilton. Cover that as Brown plays a good ball in. There's a header looping, and it goes into the goal! And I believe that was the substitute, Tamburo, who got onto the end of that. Great cross coming in from Tamara Brown, as Brown set that one forward for Tamburo, looped it over the diving goalkeeper Spagnola, who just couldn't keep that one out of play. And that's a crucial second goal for Durham United as they take the lead in the 76th minute. And right away, substitution for Hamilton right after that. And Marconi, who came on as a substitute, I guess didn't make the impact Coach Font would have liked. And Brenda Juris will come into the game, will replace the substitute. So a substitute coming in for one of the players who was substituted on, and Juris, an attacking player, will come into the game.
Number 5 and 3 for that.
So Durham with 15 minutes left to go here, and this will get a huge second goal, and they're well on their way to 3 points. But Hamilton subbing on an extra striker. They want to get this one right back. as they're going to look towards Juris, who just came onto the field to lead them on the attack. So one less player on the defensive front. Torchia. Or Mutaj.
Durham goal scored in the 76th minute.
Shot from distance from Torchia.
Alicia Timber.
Torchia trying a little bit of, you saw that goal Hamilton scored and realized, okay, she could score from about 35, 40 yards. I'm going to try the same. It just didn't get much of the foot onto that one as she scared that one wide. Here's Epp as that one bounced over her foot. As though she's able to get it off of the oncoming Mitchell. It's an out for a throw. So here comes a deep ball from the field from Kutane. Offside though, going against the attackers from Hamilton. And they're looking at one another. Were you offside? No. Were you offside? No. Alright, well, I guess one of us was. As Davies just looks towards the assistant referee and says, who was it? Culper makes that ball off the kick, heads it back for the goal scorer. This time Burrow gets it up first time, and Raji's going to try to make a run, but can't get to it before Spagnolo. And can't really fault the goalkeeper on that one. It was a great cross from Brown, a great header as well on the finish. As there's a deep ball up, Pops is making a run, but D'Souza, smart play, heads it back towards her keeper and relieves that oncoming pressure. And that's what you want from Juris. You're in fresh legs, you're on the field, and this is what I've wanted to see from Hamilton all game. Put some pressure onto the defense and force them to make their passes earlier. Don't let them be so relaxed in the back. And they're finally able to, as Mutaj now tries to send the ball in. She might get a second opportunity as she wins it right back. Torchia. Plays it through on the left side. Raji, though, is offside. As she made that run a little bit too early, trying to come down the left flank. She gets parts back for a free kick. Again, both these two teams are in action next weekend. Durham United will be home for their final match of the season. And like they said, may decide a League One Ontario playoff spot as they get ready to take on FC Oshawa. While Hamilton United will finish their season against fellow young squad Dero United, and where they can probably play a little bit of a spoiler role and stop Dero United from making the playoffs themselves. Juris trying to get onto the end of that one. Takes a touch and she tries to continue her run, but it rolls out. And again, Hamilton allows Durham United to play this one in short, but this time they put a little bit more pressure, but they're able to get away with it. As there's a little bit of a late challenge. As the referee did see that one though, they'll get brought back for a free kick. I've got to say, this is probably the game where I've seen the most fouls with 0 cards being issued. As these two teams play physical but not dirty. Great job there from Mutaj, able to hit it over the players. She got a little bit of confidence after that play. She fires that one over the goal. She probably could have played that one off for Mitchell towards her right. But after making a nice move like that, you know what? Let's test the luck and try to go for it from distance. And trying to control that one off of the kick under a lot of pressure. And Mutaj once again just being an absolute force into the midfield, passes it forward. Spagnolo coming out of her goal is able to beat Copeland to that through ball. Now Kutaya, she might get a chance the other way. Angela Kutaya. Good job though there from Torchia, able to recover and not giving Kutaya any space to go forward. But we know she's got a deep throw. Will she utilize it here? Allows a teammate to the midfield, D'Angelo. Passes it over for McDonald, who tries from distance, the center back. Having a little bit of an adventure up the field. Saw herself in some space inside to go for goal. midfield. There's Carpenter. Looks like she's dropped back into a midfield position to allow Pops to now go into the attack. So 3 attackers now for Hamilton. As there's one of them, it's the substitute, is Juris trying to get to this one. Juris one-on-one gets to Souza, forces it out wide. Able to beat her on a second chance. Now she's just got to get rid of it. She will. There's a touch, and there's a goal! And as the game is tied right back, and it's the substitute makes the difference as she's able to find Davies in front of the goal. And Emma Davies, I believe, who got the finish on that one, picks up her 6th goal of the season, ties herself onto the team lead with a huge goal in the 83rd minute. And like we've been saying, it's the substitutes making the difference here. Tamburo for Durham. And I believe it was Davies here this time getting set up by the substitute Juris, who was able to beat D'Souza to set up the goal to tie this game up at 2s.
Hamilton United goal scored in the 83rd minute by Gabrielle.
So check that, it was Pops who got the goal there. So just have clarification on that one. So Pops picked up her 2nd goal of the game. So 2 goals. No goals so far this season, but now it's 2 in this game for Gabrielle Pops. As play will resume here. Durham, though, fighting right back as Mitchell almost found a way through, but McDonald was able to block that. Again, full credit. You got to give credit on these type of opportunities to the coaching. Coach Font realized, okay, we need another attacker. Puts Juris on. Juris made an immediate impact into the game. It was like a great run there to set up that goal. There's the double goal scorer. That's Pops, who runs out of space though. Goes out, and Durham will likely use this opportunity to make yet another substitution. But they'll wait till their next opportunity to make it. As Mitchell is going to try to control this one. 2 players on her back. Finds Torcha, who's going to hit this one first time off the field. As Buchardi can't control that one. And it's going to be a deep throw for Durham. And they're not going to want to make a substitution until they get the momentum, but I checked that. They will, as it's going to be a change in strikers. As Kaylee Copeland will be coming off the field. And Harper Bennett will make her way onto the game. So fresh legs on the attack in front. Well, you know what? It worked for Hamilton. Put on a new fresh legs on the striker. Let's see if it works this time now for Durham. And see if Bennett will be the player who could score a goal in the final 5 minutes of this game. Thanks to League One partner Peel Regional Police for their continued support of women in sport. Know that you can always kick off your career with Peel Regional Police. It's more than you think. Visit peelpolice.ca to find out how a career in soccer and policing go hand in hand. Spagnola, recognizing the pressure coming in from Durham, takes her time and play this one in short, as they're going to try and see if Hamilton now can take this victory away. Brown back towards the keeper. Some good pressure coming in from Pops, but it's able to find Parr. Parr hits this one down the line, too hard to get to Mitchell, but Mitchell's going to hustle to this one as F is going to run out of space. Motaj trying to pass it back for Torcha, able to get to her. Torcha trying to get away from the pressure. It's back for Parr, who knocks it into the middle of the field as it gets headed away by Kutaya. Durham knocking it side to side, trying to see if they can find a hole. Mitchell cuts back. There's a shot from Motaj. Nice save. Coming in from Spagnola, she gets down to her right. Mitchell and Motaj working together there to create that opportunity, but Durham just knocking that ball back and forth, switching sides, trying to see if they can find that hole, and they're able to find an opportunity. Good shot, but an even better save. Good battle in the air, Mitchell and F. Mitchell will be the player to win it. Passes it back. Mutash to the middle of the field. Finds a player there, but I believe that was Tamburo. Couldn't continue to go forward. Brown carried a little bit too much there, and it gets taken away by Juris. Juris up for Kataya. There's some space for Kataya. She's going to take this one up. She's got an option to her left. It's Pops. Pops has got 2 goals. Can she get a third? Saved. Rebound. Goal! And Hamilton might be stealing 3 points here today. As a great through ball played in by Anza Kutaya. Sunson Pops. The first save was made by Al-Khatib, but the rebound was put into the open goal as it's Hamilton United finding themselves a 3rd goal here in this game. As the player was left out right in front of the open net.
Hamilton United goal scored in the 88th minute by number 5,
and it is a substitute. You know what? You can't make it any better impact substitution than bring Juris as Ben. She takes off the substitute. Marconi comes into the game, sets up the 2nd goal, and puts home the 3rd one. Did Juris. And you can say Coach Font looks like a genius here this evening as they take the lead 3-2. And they might hold on to this one, but Durham not giving up on this one yet. This cross pops his way out to the other side. Mitchell might get a 2nd opportunity, but it just rolls out to the corner kick. Now for Durham. Everybody should be going up for Durham. Here comes another substitution. The last player onto the bench. It's Emily Cullen. She'll come onto the game and replace Ocean Carr. So it's a defender for an attacker now for Durham, as they've got to do whatever they can to try to tie this one up. Because 1 point, although they would have loved to have 3, 1 point might be good enough. Crossed in, bouncing around. Spagnola came out of her goal. 2nd chance, and that one hits off the crossbars. Off the soccer crossbar, then off the football crossbar. As they'll go up for a goal kick. As Iotsi had a good effort from distance. It's always dangerous when you see your goalkeeper coming out of your net off a corner kick, and they're not able to get to that one, so you leave yourself exposed in the open goal. As you have the indication from the 4th official, just 3 minutes left to go here in this one. Hamilton United, with 2 goals in the final 10 minutes here in this game, are leading 3-2 over Durham and could be stealing this one away. Spagnola doing her job, cutting as many seconds onto the clock as she can, as Bennett's going to run up and force her to pick up that ball. Deep boot up the field. Davies, her job is going to be to try to hold that ball into the corner. Just shield it and keep it on the touchline. Smart play from the Hamilton attacker. Does run out of space, however, and Brown will just take it away and go for a quick throw. A little miscommunication up top. No one in a white jersey is there. And Bennett, she's got to hustle. Spagnola is going to kill as many seconds as she can. Ball up. Brown will get onto that one. It's taken away, though, by Kutaya. Can they continue to go on the attack? No, they can't, but Kutaya going to keep the possession going for Hamilton. It's almost a different team we've been seeing from the beginning parts of the season for Hamilton United. Very much stronger team here later on in the season. Will they find an edge? Because if they find themselves sneaking into the playoffs, they could be making a run like Durham did last year, catching that last spot and somehow finding themselves taking the League One Ontario trophy. On the line, Motash Mitchell. One last chance here for Durham. Will they get it? They gotta hustle. Got an injured player in behind the play. I believe that's Davies, who's down onto the turf. As Kataya comes hustling over to make sure her teammate is okay. Especially on the temperatures like this, definitely it's always gives an added effect where it could be a little bit of an exhaustion coming in. Cramps as well could also be a factor for the players after hustling for so long in this heat. As it looks like the player will get substituted off if she's able to get to her feet. I'd like to make sure to remind everyone to visit www.league1ontario.com for all your information, rosters, match previews, recaps, video photography, and more. Make sure to visit the YouTube channel as well as keep an eye out for the highlight packages and for the recaps of each game, and the video magazine, The 12th Man, which focuses on spotlighting talent from all across the league. And if you want to know which game is being streamed, make sure to visit the website as well. As the player is able to get the ball back onto her feet and will come off the field to play. Great job from Davies as she'll get substituted off here for number 58. That's Cassandra Sturkbay coming into the game. As she will play the last few minutes of this one for Hamilton United. Hopefully Davies will be okay.
Hamilton United substitution.
Bobs does a good job. But also coming back from Durham to take that ball right back. That was Cullen who did well to hustle. Shot from distance right at Spagnola from ILC. As Spagnola's telling her team, step up, step up. And if you're a goalie right here, I'd put the ball right back on the ground. I don't even drop kick it. You have so much space, kill the time. But it doesn't matter. There goes the full-time whistle as Hamilton United keep their slim playoff hopes alive with a huge 3-2 victory over Durham United.